What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Mouth of Mike podcast. Back here with another episode. Before we get into some of the breaking news that just happened, I just want to let you guys know that I think I have a schedule that I can stand on from now on. You guys can now expect when they get my episodes. I plan on dropping a weekly recap every Monday and then having an episode with a guest every Friday. So tune in every Monday and Friday, probably sometime during the early morning, afternoon, while I'll be dropping the episode. And let's get started. So before we get into what just happened right now, go back a little early in the week. Jalen Brunson signs a team-friendly extension of a 4-year, $156 million. As a Knicks fan, it's really exceptional. You guys saw the short that I posted. Really excited about it. I mean, Brunson's a great player, MVP caliber player. And then for him to understand the vision in New York, to be able to see, if I take this team-friendly contract, we're going to be able to move forward financially flexible and be able to build a better team that can one day hopefully win a championship in the near future. So I really love that, and I feel like he's set the standard for other Knicks who have extensions coming, like Mikal Bridges. It's been reported that he plans on taking a little bit of a pay cut when it's time for his extension, and as well as Julius Randle, who we already know is open to that, as he took a pay cut back in 2021 to give the Knicks more financial flexibility. So just love to see what's going on with the New York Knicks. They're really building this team. Signed another guy yesterday in Cameron Payne, 1 year veteran minimum, $3.1 million. I really like the fit. He's a defensive minded guard. He's got a great three ball. Really gave the Knicks some trouble in that Philly series this past postseason. So I really like the fit. Don't really know what that backcourt is going to look like. When the starting and the bench, obviously, starting you expect to see Brunson and Bridges, but the bench really have three guys: Payne, McBride, and Kolek, who I really like. Could really be 15 to 20 minute player caliber guys who can really just put up a lot of points in the time that they're given. So I don't know, maybe you see one of those guys get moved. I guess we'll have to see in the coming future. So on the football side of things, Brandon Aiyuk just about half an hour ago requests a trade from the 49ers. He says that negotiations have not gone well with them. He's been trying, but I guess the 49ers have not been open to the number he's looking for. So he requests a trade. Where that will be seen. We'll see if the Niners grant him this trade request. And as a Niners fan, it sucks. Aiyuk is really great player. Always had a great character. You put up big numbers day in and day out. He's a hard worker, always the first guy in and the last guy out. So I guess we'll see where he goes. Maybe we can get a really decent trade compensation for him. If, in my opinion, I could see it being Pittsburgh or Washington. I think Aiyuk wants to go to Washington, considering he's got his friend out there, and Jaden Daniels is the new quarterback of the Commanders. So whoever the Niners get, if they do indeed trade Aiyuk, I think they'll be smart with the decision they make. Be able to get maybe a replacing caliber and some decent picks. I think this opens up something for Ricky Pearsall. They drafted him with that first round pick, and if Aiyuk is on his way out, immediately moves him up to the number 2 slot receiver. So lot of weight put on Pearsall's shoulders now if Aiyuk is indeed traded. But I think he's going to flourish in that spot. I mean, watching his tape, I think he's a really great, shifty receiver, and I can't wait to see what's going to come from him this next offseason. And we'll end things off with the MLB. The home run derby was yesterday as we start to get into the All-Star break. Teoscar Hernandez won it, the first Dodger to ever win it. I thought that was quite interesting. Other guys who competed were Pete Alonso, Gunnar Henderson. Pete Alonso, won the Derby his first 2 years. Don't really know what's happened the last couple of years. He's kind of fell off in that Derby. There has been some trade rumors surrounding him. Mets might send him to the Astros. That could be something to look at. He says he wants to stay a Met, so I guess we'll see what happens in the coming month as the trade deadline approaches at the end of July. Going to be a lot of interesting things to look at. You know which teams are going to be buyers and you know which teams are going to be sellers. But I feel like the Mets and the Astros and even the Rangers are some of those fringe teams, flirting with 500. You don't really know if they're going to buy or sell, and what moves could they possibly make to try and make a playoff push for that second half of the season. So I guess we're going to see what's going to happen. For sports in general, it's going to be a really interesting couple of months as we get into the fall and the summer kind of winds down. training camp for the NFL starts, and then obviously we get into the season. Same thing with the NBA as the season starts soon in October, and then October, winds down the MLB season and starts with postseason baseball, which is really, something extremely entertaining, going to be really interesting to watch. Like I said, thank y'all for tuning in. Mondays and Fridays. Monday is going to be the weekly recap. Friday, I hope, be patient with me if it doesn't happen, but that's my goal, to be able to have a guest every Friday and get the episode out to you guys. So thanks for tuning in, and I'll see y'all later with another episode. Peace.